Well, it's not very often you get an opportunity or permission to dig at an old church site, but how about 2 in 1 week? I just got another permission for an old church here in Halton Hills. It goes back to the early 1800s, and can't wait to get started. It's a gorgeous day and got a fair amount of property to cover here. I'll just give you a quick look around. Here you see the side lawn. It's not very large. It's about the same on the other side of the property. You can just see by the windows that this is a fairly old church, well maintained. We got this plowed field right here, which I think goes with it, but then on the other side of that we have the main church parking lot, which is surrounded by nice grass. So it should be stuff here, and I'll let you know what I find. I got something shiny. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to zoom in on this. It's round, it's shiny. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a very, very flat dime, but it's old. I'm not going to worry about damaging it. It's not going to show me much anyway. I might not even get a date off of that, but it's old. Look how smooth that is. That is one smooth piece of silver right there, and I'm thinking it's probably early 1900s, late 1800s. I can just barely make out a portrait there on the front. I'll check it out and get back to you. Okay, that is a George V. It's not an Edward, so it could be I think from 1920s. George V was around. As I said, it's polished on the reverse side. On the obverse side, you can just barely see Georgius V in that area, and a little bit of his portrait. But yeah, that's slick. I might. Well, I'll take it home and clean it up properly. But there's very, very little left on the back of this, so I probably won't get a date. But anyway, silver, old silver. Let's see what else we can find. Well, I think I'll call this video Persistence Pays Off. I've been out in this field now by the church for a few hours, and one of the first signals was that really smooth dime, and now I've pulled up what looks like a Wheatie. That's a US penny, and see if I can get a date off of this for you. It looks like a 1940 US dime. Well, that means there's more stuff out here. I'm not ready to quit yet. See you on the next one. Okay, same hole, pretty much. Let's see how big it is now, but got another signal. It's right at the bottom of this plug. At least it was. It's hard to find. I'm just going to take the bottom of that plug off and see what I can find in there. If I can get my little shovel out. See if that loosened it up at all. Okay. It's right there. And it appears to be a coin of some. No, it's not a coin. Is that? That's not even it. When you say that if you're putting your pinpointer right on something like that, it's going to be either a button or a coin, but it's not even coming up. It's not even activating the pinpointer. That. I'm going to put that aside for a second. Okay, it's still down here, whatever it is. So, well, there it is. And it's another penny. It's, is that another Lincoln penny? It is. That's another Wheatie. 2 Wheaties in the same hole. Go figure. And just wipe this a little bit and I'll get back to you with the date. Okay, it's a 1953 S, which is San Francisco mint. It's in pretty good shape. I'll show you in the light here if I can. Where's that shadow coming from? I don't know, but anyway, you get the idea. A nice Wheatie to add to my collection. I don't know if I have a 53S, but I have one now. Nice. Okay, I found something that no other metal detectorist has ever found. They haven't even been looking for it. Neither was I, but I found it. I'll show you what it is. It's a dinosaur egg. I'm gonna take this home. I'm gonna sit on it for about 1,000 years, and hopefully it'll hatch. It's either a dinosaur egg or a very heavy potato. I'm going with dinosaur egg. Anyway, let's leave that aside for a second. Try not to break it. It might be fragile. And we have a signal in the hole here, right on the side wall. Let's see what we got. Oh, I see what we got already. It's much less exciting than a dinosaur egg. It's what we call in the business Canslaw. That's what that is. Old Milwaukee, I think. Yeah, Old Milwaukee. Okay, that's probably mid-70s. Mid-70s beer can. That's what that is. I'm just going to recheck the hole here. A dinosaur egg, you never know what else you're going to pull up. Maybe the dinosaur's mother had a beer while she was laying her egg. I don't know. But anyway, on to the next hole. Hi everybody. I'm out for another couple hours metal detecting this glorious late afternoon. And yeah, the weather this week has just been phenomenal. Warm and sunny all week long, and yeah, it'd be a shame to waste this kind of weather. So I'm getting out and gonna pound this park here again for another little while, see if I can get something. If I'm coming up dry, I'll go back to one of my other permissions at one of those old churches. It's pretty heavy going at that second one because of all the iron that's there. So I'll have to put on my smaller coil to get between the signals and see what's in there. But well, let's see how we do here. Let's go say some history and have some fun. So this is my first decent signal. I've popped the plug, but I haven't checked it yet. It's coming up around 83, 84, fairly consistent. The plug is down about 6-7 inches at the bottom, so let's dig this one and see what we can get. And try and dig it live. Let me turn you around here. Hopefully the wind is at my back here and you won't be hearing too much of that. Okay, there's the signal right there. Let's see what we got. Just pop that with my little spade here. I'm thinking it's a large modern coin, or but it doesn't look like it. I can see something there right now. Yeah, that's a bust. It's a bust. It's just a big piece of aluminum, I think, or aluminium, as my British friends like to say. No design on it, no fancy, so we'll put that in the trash bag and move on. So this signal here is ringing up a solid 78, which usually means penny. So far I've dug a string of pull tabs, just being ultra cautious here on this field that I've dug before. There's a lot of signals that I've ignored in the past, just you call it cherry picking when you just pick the good signals, but sometimes those iffy signals can be something good too. But this is fairly solid, and we'll dig it together, and I'm predicting penny. I've pulled the plug obviously, but I haven't located I haven't pulled the target out of the hole, but I know where it is, more or less. Let's see how right I am about the penny theory. No, it's not a penny, it's a Bazinga. It's a big old bottle cap. That's all it is, big old bottle cap. So, hey, it's a good thing I'm having fun, because I'm not getting anything really special yet. I've been out here for, maybe 20 minutes, and I know that's not a long time, but what does that say anyway? Oh, Budweiser. That's a big old bottle cap for a bottle of Budweiser. But anyway, that was down about 6 inches too. So anyway, on to the next one. So first coin of the day. I'm not sure what it is yet. It looks smaller than a penny, but not getting a whole lot of detail off it. It might be old. Or is it a button? Like a flat button. Who knows? Just see if I can get some detail. It's old. I don't know what that is. As I say, look how thin it is. Not, you know, not penny size, that's for sure. And it doesn't look silver. Could be an old Tomback button or something, or a token. I'll be interested to clean that up when we get home, and I'll put a snapshot in here for you so you don't have to wait till the wrap up to find out what it is. Pretty interesting though. See if I can get a close-up of it for you. Maybe you'll be able to tell what it is just from the close-up here. Where are you? There it is. See if I can get a better focus on it. Not sure if that's focused or not, but anyway, I'll take that home, clean it up, see what we got. I love these kind of finds. Wait a minute. What's that? It looks shiny. It looks round. It's in the side of the hole. Let's pop that out. I found silver here before. Whoa. It's dime sized. It is dime sized. I'm going to try and keep you in the viewfinder here. I try to get a little bit of the dirt off it just to see what it is. You know what? I think that's a modern dime. I think that's a completely modern dime. See the other side of it here. Yeah, had me going there for a bit. Had me going there for a bit. You'll see the date on that, I can't. But just the portrait of the Queen on the front tells me that it's probably 1980s or something. 80s. Yeah, I would say about that era anyway, but I think there's still something in the hole, so we'll check again. So in that same hole, there was another signal. Turned out to be, if I can find it again. Where are you? There it is. Another dime, so got 2 dimes out of that same hole, and there's still a signal in there, so we might have a legitimate coin spill. Let me root around in there, see if I can find that other target. Still there. Sorry, it's elusive and evasive. I don't want to hurt this worm here, if I can help it. Oh look, it's not another dime, it's a loonie. You get bored of me digging up modern coins all day long, but the camera happened to be running, so found a toonie earlier, so I'm up ahead. A few bucks on the day, good coffee money. See if there's anything else in there. Yeah, there is. Yeah, we got a legitimate coin spill. Too bad it's not from the 1930s or something. Alright, I'm going to dig the rest of this and I'll show you how much I get out of here when I'm done. Okay, that looks like it. A toonie, 3 dimes, and a key. So somebody had a tumble or dropped their jacket or something and a bunch of stuff fell out. It wasn't that long ago. So anyway, finders keepers I guess, but nice little coin spill. Let's go find something that's older. Okay, I'm going to try and keep you out of the wind here. Just found this and I'm not sure what it is. I thought it was a big old dandy button or something, but it's got this pattern on the back of it. This kind of design. Not sure what that is. Maybe part of a machine of some kind. This being the fairgrounds, I believe this area used to be the Midway, or is still the Midway every year. So there's all sorts of stuff fall out of people's pockets. But I'll have to take that home, clean up, and investigate a little bit. Hi, I'm back at that first church site permission that I got last week, the Presbyterian Church. And I've been up and down this whole area here. I'll show you. It's probably a good acre and a half, just to the right of those big oak trees and the gravestones, all the way back to the fence back there. I hope I got that pointed in the right direction. And this is probably one of the quietest sites that I've ever been on. I think I got 2 signals the whole way down, the whole way back up again, and they were iron, I got a nail and a screw. And a modern quarter. So whenever you get a signal here, you want to dig it, just because you never know. So I got this here, and it's kind of interesting. And it's about 10 or 12 feet away from the entrance to this fenced off area. I think it might be a makeup compact or something. And it's beveled around the edge there. It's metal on one side. It looks like plastic on the other. I'm not going to take it apart right now. I'll take it home and be careful in opening it. You never know what it might be. I don't see any writing on it right now, but I suspect that's what it is. An old makeup compact. Yeah, it was, well, I found it in the plug there, and it's only a couple inches down, but interesting find nevertheless, so I'll keep on digging. Well, here's another thing I like finding. It rang up in the mid-70s consistently, so I'm pretty sure it's copper. That might be an iron shank on it, but for the most part, I believe that to be, sorry, not copper, but brass. A brass horse buckle of some kind. Bit of history to it, I would think. And it was right at the bottom of this hole, so it was about 7-8 inches down. Yeah, nice find. That'll look nice cleaned up. Well, I just found part of what is the largest crotal bell or sleigh bell that I've ever seen in my life. There's no doubt about what it is. It looks exactly like one of the smaller ones that I have found. But look at the size of that. And there's nice design on it, as typical for crotal bells, but I sure wish I had the whole thing. That's amazing. But I'm happy with that. It's a historic item for sure. It wasn't that deep either, but huge old crotal bell. Okay, I've been here about an hour and a half now, digging up pennies like crazy. Modern pennies at that. I think I got 1 dime and 1 nickel. But I just come across a pretty solid signal here, and I've just popped the plug. Don't know what it is yet, but it's very consistent, very high on the Garrett AT Pro, and let's see what it is together. So in this plug here, and let me just get my little pointer here. Not very deep, as you can see, so I'm thinking loony or toony, because it's just big. No? Is that a dog tag? It looks like a dog tag, or maybe some kind of a metal. It's a shield shape. Let me just see if I can clean this off a little bit. You might be able to see it by now. I just have my sunglasses on, so I don't know. Let me zoom in a little bit on that there. It's got some writing on it, obviously. Okay, I'm just going to clean this off and check it out. Nice find, though. Okay, you can see that as plain as day now. London Minor Hockey Association. Pretty cool. It's fairly heavy. I don't think it's brass or anything like that, but and who knows how long it's been down there. I wish I had a year on it, but it was probably only about an inch or two under the surface. Still, it's nice to find something other than pennies for change. Catch you on the next one. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Digging Halton, episode 11. My name's Kevin, and this is the wrap up for this week. It's a little bit later than normal. It's now Sunday evening, but had guests over the weekend. Really couldn't get much done in terms of metal detecting or doing a wrap-up, so we'll get her done now. I'll show you what I found for the week and anything special that I might have found, and also the giveaway details once again, and an update on my subscribers. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I got out to a couple of old sites this week, but really didn't find anything that I was looking for or expecting to find in terms of history. We'll go through the relics first. I found this iron buckle. I thought might be from a horse harness, but normally they're brass. Still might be, but just the fact that it's iron makes it look, or makes it more modern as far as I'm concerned, because they started making them out of iron because it was cheaper than using copper. So I believe that's what that is, an old horse buckle. Here's a spent rifle shell. I'm not sure the caliber, but it does say 56 on the back, meaning 1956 is when this came from. Yeah, that's pure brass, of course. Here's an interesting find. I just got this today, as a matter of fact. London Minor Hockey Association. It was 2 or 3 inches in the ground. I imagine this is a couple of decades old, maybe. It has that look about it. And yeah, I don't know why it was where it was, because I was nowhere near London, but obviously somebody dropped it along the way there. A couple of keys, and this one here in particular, I didn't think it was very interesting, just thought it was a regular key. But on one side it says Selby, Alabama on it, and on the other side it has the word gas. So I don't know what it was used for, why it's here all the way from Selby, Alabama, but it's not that old, of course. Could be 40, 50 years old, maybe. There you go. An old water sprinkler head. And it says jet speed on it. It's nothing really that special. Not sure what this is. I think it's white metal, because it's not really that heavy. Could be the hub off of a tricycle or something, tricycle wheel. That's what I would guess anyway. Of course, everybody knows what this here is. It's a pencil sharpener. Helix, and I think Helix was the company that made the old geometry sets, at least when I was going to high school anyway. But yeah, it's a pencil sharpener. So on to special finds. Well, first of all, let's deal with this. Not sure what this is. Obviously, it's some sort of an electrical component. It's got copper wires running out of it. It's a rather unique shape. I'm going to call this the mystery item of the week. So if anybody knows what this is, let me know. Just got wires running in and out of this. Might be some sort of a junction mechanism. Not really sure, but it's copper and it's heavy, so it's not modern, or at least not in the last few years anyway. But there you go. And this item here was probably the find of the week. I just wish it was whole. A few weeks ago, you might remember, I posted a video that featured a crotal bell, or a sleigh bell, if you will. And it was tiny, like it was maybe 3/4 of an inch in diameter. If this one was whole, it would be somewhere between the circumference of a golf ball and a tennis ball. I mean, look at the size of that. You would hear a horse coming if it was wearing some of these. And usually they designate the size by giving it a specific number. Unfortunately, this one's got the abbreviation for the word number, but I don't have the other half of it to let me know. But based on videos that I've seen posted by others, I would say this is at least a number 7. Number 7 crotal bell. Oops. And of course, yeah, it's got that petal design around it. And I'd give that an age of probably 100 years old or more. In terms of important coins this week, the find of the week was this little silver. It's wiped. It's pretty smooth. It is a King Eddie, and I believe it is somewhere from the period 1911 to 1936. Can't get a year off it. It's that bad. But I found that at one of the old church sites that I was given permission for this past week. It is silver, but obviously it's only worth its metal value. No numismatic value for collectors on that one. The other old coin I found this week was a Wheatie, and I should have written down the year on it. You'll be able to see it there. I think it's a 1944, but yeah, it's in pretty good shape. In terms of spendable modern coins, I had a pretty good week. $9.90 added to the previous $47 gives me a total for the year of $56.90. And pennies, lots of pennies this week, 31 of them to be exact. And they'll go in the penny bucket, where I have probably close to 1,500 of them at this point. I'm going to show you that actually. I don't know if I have in a previous video, but here's the penny bucket. So you can see. I mean, I can't pick it up with one hand. It's that heavy. All those pennies have been found last year and this year. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to do something with them. Maybe I'll melt them down for a boat anchor or something. I don't know. But there you go. That's my total of pennies so far. What else? Oh yeah, we got the giveaway. I'm keeping it in this kind of makeshift envelope just so it doesn't get banged up or anything, but let me find a clear spot to put this down so I can show you new people what it is that we've got for the giveaway. Here you go. 1 troy ounce of silver, as pure as you can get it. And they're not allowed to say it's pure 100% silver, but you know, there's always impurities, so it's, they say it's 0.999% perfect. And yeah, that's 1 solid ounce of 1 troy ounce of solid silver. So that's what's going to go to a subscriber between number 81 and 120. We're still struggling to get more subscribers, but this is what the winner will receive when I hit number 120. So stay tuned for that. So thanks a lot everybody for watching, and have a great week. We'll see you again soon.